What's up, folks? Hey, I know it's been about a week since we put out a video, but we've got ones coming out daily now for about the next week to make up for it. We had a little bit of an issue going on at home that we had to take care of. Now, t-shirts, hats, lures, swim baits, all of that are now available online at our online store. Please help show your support. We've got t-shirts, hats, and whatnot. The link is down there in the description. Go ahead on our online store. You can order shirts, hats, and some of our custom lures. Enjoy the video and hope to see you all out there. All right, fisher people. So I always get the question, how are you guys always catching fish? What are you doing different? Big question, and you always see guys that are consistently catching fish. And sometimes, social media, it actually even makes it look worse, like it's better than it actually is. So I'm gonna touch on this subject for you guys today. And what the truth is even the best of the best, we get skunked. I'm not saying I'm the best of the best or the other guys are the best of the best, but sometimes people are perceived to be very good fishermen, and a lot of them are. And I will just say this, that we all get skunked, and it happens, man. It's just sometimes the fish just aren't cooperating, you're just not doing something right. So, but I'm gonna touch on how to consistently catch more fish and why. The biggest thing is being efficiency. If you are not fishing with efficiency, you're not gonna catch as many fish. And I'm gonna expand on that and tell you what I mean about efficiency. Having your bait, whether it's cut bait, live bait, lures, whatever method of fishing that you're doing, is you need to make sure that you are A, in the right spot, B, that your bait is in the right spot, and C, most important of all, that your bait is in the water. Now, if you're spending 30-40% of your time re-rigging your pole, farting around with changing this bait or that bait and not having a bait in the water, well, add that up. If you're going fishing for, let's say you have 2 hours to go fishing, and you spend an hour of that fiddling with your poles and not having your bait in the water, well, you've just cut your odds down by 50% or even more. So what I like to do, and the reason why you see guys that fish a lot that take a lot of poles. Now, I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I bring. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bait casters that I bring, all rigged up with the different types of baits that I'm planning on hitting for where I'm going. And then for some of the lighter baits, I will bring some spinning rods, all rigged up, ready to go. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 poles. I bring 8 poles. It seems like a lot. Actually, it's not. Because if I have a problem with one pole, I get a backlash, I get a tangle, that's just too much, and I'm on the spot, I'm on the fish. I'm not gonna sit and mess with that pole. I'm gonna set it aside, grab the backup, and get it right back out there. So if I'm fishing for 2 hours, 1 hour and 50 minutes of that, my bait is in the water and it's in the right place. I'm gonna increase my odds by a lot. You also have to be consistent. And what I mean by being consistent is if you've got a game plan, you need to stick to that game plan and just hammer it to the end. Whether you're choosing, hey, I'm gonna hit this spot with crankbaits. Don't give up after 2 or 3 casts and then switch your bait. Sometimes it takes 10, 20, 30, 40 casts to get that fish. You gotta just keep on it and keep that bait in the water. That is a huge reason guys catch fish or don't catch fish. I understand, not everybody has the money to have 8 poles rigged up. Bring 2. 1 pole, you're probably gonna cut your odds way down. Now, if you're let's say you're bait fishing stripers, you're bait fishing with anchovies for stripers on the river. And that's how you fish. That's a great way to catch fish. However, don't go there with one pole. Always have that bait soaking. Have your backup pole. If not, it's legal in Arizona to have 2 poles, 1 hook, each line. Have 2 of them in. If you're bait fishing, put 2 in. Now what are you doing? You might not be doubling your odds, but you're certainly increasing them by having 2 in. And then if you have an issue with 1 pole where grass gets clumped up on it, weight gets stuck in the bottom of the river rock, or whatever it is, you're still gonna have that other pole in the water while you're messing with the other one, and you didn't shut your fishing off at that point. So, because since it's the way to catch more fish is consistency and efficiency. Efficiency is the number 1 key. If you're fishing for 2 hours, you want 1 hour and 50 minutes of a bait in the water. If you're fishing for 3, you want to try to get that whole 3 hours in. You don't want to be cutting it in half by re-rigging and redoing this, farting around. If you're there to catch fish, focus on that and catch those fish, and make sure that you've got your baits in the water, and you will watch your fish count increase dramatically by just being more efficient. Hopefully this helps you catch more fish, guys, and we'll see you out there. Happy fishing. Take it easy.